Hello again. Finally, we fixed the technical problem. Actually, finally, we could be able to fix it. Okay. We have lost a lot of time. So let's start with the reviewing previous lesson. I will open our IntelliJ. And yes, yesterday we have started learning arrays. Until now we have learned a value and a variable name, and we could be on store one value in a variable. But sometimes you need a list of values. In this kind of situations, you can use arrays. It has a few disadvantages, but don't worry, it is very fast. First, when you are creating an array, we need to know the length. Length will be fixed. You are not going to be able to add another element to array. For example, this one has 5 elements. You cannot add another one. If you are selling 5 elements, 5 products, you cannot increase the number. I'm sorry. Until the end of the world, you can only sell 5 elements. Yes, if you use array, it is possible. Don't worry, in coding, always there's another way. But for now, let's focus on what I am telling you. And you cannot increase the number of elements after creating it. You have to set the number of the elements when you are creating the array. First, you need to fix, when you are creating it, you need to say the length, and the second disadvantage is you cannot add another element to it after creating. How do we create it? It's very simple. Normally, we create integer and name, and if it is array, if you are planning to store numbers, integer data values in this array, you should create an integer array. Integer, square brackets means it is an array, and this is the name of our array. Okay, and we have 5 elements here. To reach any element in the array, we use index structure. Just like string values, arrays use index structure starting from 0. The length is 5, but the last element's index number is 4. To reach any element, you should use index. For example, when I want to see array 3, it will bring me 8. To change any value, the rule is very similar. Just you need to use equal to symbol, and after that, when you try to reach index 3, it will be 4 because we have reassigned it here. To reach the length, it's very easy. The name of the array and dot length will help you. To reach the last element's index number, array length -1. These are the basic things you need to know when you are working with arrays. One more thing, we cannot directly print the array. If you try to print it directly like this, the name of the array, it will give you a reference instead of the values. If you want to print all the elements, you can use a for I loop to print them, or you can ask help from arrays class. It is not here. Let's go there. Oh, here it is. If you want to print array itself, you will call arrays big brother, please help me. Then the string method, and then you should write the name of the array. Then it will be able to print the values like this. Okay, when do we use arrays? If we want to create a list of something, and if the length of the arrays will be fixed, we can use arrays. It's it is a simple and very fast data type. That's all. But before continuing, I want to print a few things here. Oh, let me check it. We will print them again. So let's start from here. Okay. If you remember, arrays is a data type. It's a non-primitive data type. Let me write it here. Array is a non-primitive data type. It can be used to store or save same type of data types, like a list. Second, after to create an array, we create square brackets. To create an array, we use square brackets. How do we create it? Let's write an example here. Integer array, the name, and equals to, if you want to directly enter the values, you can create this kind of array. And automatically it will set the number of elements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This array has 6 elements, and forever it will have 6 elements. Okay, if you want to change one element, it's very easy. Oh, sorry. Arrays use index structure. So to reach any value, we need to use index numbers. And we will have an example here. I have created the array here. Let's reach the second element. To reach the second element, array index 1 will be equal to in 5 equals to 5. Now let's write it like this. Okay, we are going good. When we are creating an array, before creating it, we should decide two things. Or when we are creating an array, before it, we need to decide two things. First, the data type we are planning to put in. The data type we are planning to use. You know, arrays can store only one data type. If you have created an integer array, you can only store integer number. If it is a string array, you can save only text values. Two, before creating it, we should decide the number of elements. Number of elements will be fixed for the array. So we should decide it before creating the array. If you are planning to put 5 elements, we should create it for 5 elements. We cannot increase the number. So it is a very important option here. Yes, the line cannot be changed. The length cannot be changed after creation. It's important. It will be fixed. It is fixed. Okay. We can create an array in two different ways, but the easiest one is here, so I'm not going to show the other one. You can use it, but let's write it. Okay. It's better to see it. Don't worry, it's not very hard. Integer array, array2, let's say. I will create another one, new integer array, and it will have 5 values. But when you create it like this, it will have only default values of the data type because we haven't assigned any value to it. We did not assign any value, so they will be default values of the data type. Of data type. Oh, okay. It fit there. Okay. So I think that's enough. Let me check if I have forgotten something. Oh, one more thing. When we want to print the values. Oh, where am I? Oh, okay. When we want to print the elements of the array, we can use two ways. The first one, of course, we can create a loop by using for a loop. And one by one, we can print the elements by using index structure with the help of index numbers. Second, we can ask our big brother arrays class. We can also ask help from arrays class and call to string method to write the array, to print the array. Okay, in the toString method, you should enter the name of the array. Name of the array. Okay, we covered everything. I think we have did everything we can. Oh, there's another bug here. So let's continue. Can a new value be assigned to existing array? We have an array, we have created it, and after that, can we reassign it? Can we assign the values? For example, here, when we are creating the array, you know that we can assign the values like this. Yes, I have created the array, and when I am creating it, I use that as values, and they will be inside of the array. Without any problem, this step can be executed. What about the second one? The name is same. So I have already created this array, and I am trying to assign new values. You know, the length is fixed, but even the length was same, still system wouldn't accept it because you cannot reassign values to array after creating it. You can only use this option when you are creating the array. It is same for here too. I am creating another array, array 2. This time, this one will have 4 elements because of this. But I did not assign any value to it. if you did not assign the values when you are creating the array, we cannot assign values after creating it. It's very important. You have to assign values like this at the beginning when you are planning to create it, or one by one by using the index structure. You should assign them. You cannot use this way after creating it. That's important. But we have another solution. We have created the array. After creating the array, you can reassign other arrays to it. This is the critical point. If you have an array like this, and if you want to assign another list to it, you should create the array, another array, then assign it. This way it will work. You cannot directly assign the values, but if you create another array and assign it to the old array, it works. Here it is like this. We have created an array. A second, please. Pardon me, my boy was crying a lot, so I wanted to check that. Okay, I hope you cannot hear him. Where were we? Yes. When we created the array, you cannot assign values, but you can create a new array, then assign it. New keyword, as you can see here, will create a new array, and then it will be assigned to array. You can do that. After creating a new array, you can assign the values to array. Here we have another array. It has 4 elements in it. Then I am creating a new element array, here at the right side of the equal symbol, then assign it. It's possible. So if you want to change an array and the values, instead of working with the values, if you can just create a new array and assign it to the old array. That's a better way, if you ask me. Yes, when you do it like this, you won't see a compile time error. We are not changing the length of the existing array. We are creating a new array. That's very important, and assigning it. This array has 5 elements. This array's length will be fixed till 5. But when I create another array, I am not using this array. I'm not changing the length of the previous array. I am creating a total new array. When you create a new array, you can set the length. Then I am assigning it to the old one. The old one will be brand new, a new model array. The old model will be in the garbage, but this one will use the new array. Like a car, you mean? You had, let's say, this is an older model car, and this one can have only 2 passengers in it, including the driver. It can carry only 2 people. Can I add other seats to it? No, it's not possible. You cannot change the seat number in a car. Instead, when you buy a new car, a new brand car, which has 4, which can carry 4, it's a 4 people, it is okay, right? We are not changing the old car. We are buying a new car. It is just like that. You can buy a new car always, but you cannot change the old car. Okay. Let's check this one. I'm planning to solve a question about it. Okay. So let's try to solve a question about that. Or it won't be a question. Let's try to understand what we have learned there. I will create a new package. It will be day 19. We are really close to the end of the free session. So we should be prepared for that. I will create a new class, CO1 arrays. Okay, the main method is coming. I have the main method. Let's create an array. Integer. To say it's an array, I should use square brackets, and the name will be array. And I will put a few numbers inside of it. It doesn't matter how many I add. Okay, I have created the array. And then I want to change the values. Oh, I do not want to use these values. I want to use these values. It is complaining. We cannot use it like this. We cannot reassign values to an existing Okay. As you can see, it is not possible to reassign values to an existing array. Okay, but we have always another way to do it. I will create another array. Integer array, temporary array. And when I'm creating it, I will use these values. It accepted it. Then now I will assign the array. From now on will be equal to temporary array. Without any complaint, we can assign it to the array. Let's print the value of arrays. Here, the first array will be south first arrays values. You know, to print an array, we need to ask help from arrays class dot to string and the array. Okay, after assigning the array, let's rewrite it. So after assigning the array plus, hey, arrays, help me one more time, please, to string array. Same thing, let's see what we will see in the console. Coming, it's here. As you can see, the old array has changed without doing anything. We could not change it like this, but when we recreate another array, I gave a temporary to that, and I assign it to the old array. I'm not changing this array. Instead, I am assigning a new array to it, a new created array. So it's acceptable. Let's write the explained. We cannot change the length of an existing array, or we cannot use symbols to add to change values after creating the array. Instead, we can create a new array with the new values. Then we can assign the new array to old array. Okay, that's all. Let's go. The next topic is coming. How are the elements of array get ordered? Okay, we have an array. The order is like chaos here. It's totally chaos, and their numbers are not following the order. How do we set everything in the right way? We are going to ask help from our big brother arrays class. Oh, yes, where is it? Oh, here it is. Arrays sort will sort the array. That's all we need to do. Let's do that. CO2 sort. Okay, we need an array, but of course, first main method. I will create an integer array again with random numbers. Then I will print it. I don't want to see them. Oh, there should be a number here. Okay. We are ready. We have created an array. Now let's print it. So arrays. Big brother, please help me. I want to see this array on the screen. It will be directly printed like this. Coming, and it's here. Okay. The order is very random, as you can see. Let's use sort arrays. Please sort this array. It's not following the orders. Then I will print the array one more time. Okay, here everything is in order right now. I have used alt of 4 there. There are alt of 6, but the most used number is 4. It's not the case here. Everything is in order, as you can see. But here, we did not reassign new value to array. Without assigning, we could be able to change the array. It's important. You should notice that difference. Without assigning, we changed the order of the array. Okay, that's enough for this topic. Let's continue. Yes, we have learned how to sort an array. Yes, if you want to start from the highest value, you should use a loop after the sort. That's all. And we have another one. But before this one, I want to solve a few questions. This is a little tricky topic. Don't worry about it for now. We will solve a few questions, then we will start this topic. But let me write the question. Come on, Bart, don't, please. Okay. I'm a murderer, I know. So, let's go back a few slides, and I will take the question. This one. Here. You know, we had an interview question here. I did not solve it yesterday. Today, let's try to understand it, and we will try to solve it. I will copy it if I can find it. Actually, we have solved a similar question, but don't worry. CO3. At first, you may not be able to understand how to solve it, but after solving it, I think you will see how easy it is. switch the elements to right. What was the question? Shift the elements to right. Okay. Shift elements to right. And I will pass the question here. So create a method that will shift all the elements in a given array to right. Okay. We will create a method and it will switch the elements. 4 was at the beginning and here it is at the second order. 5 was the second element, here it is the third one. 6 was the third, it became last one. And 7, which was at the end, became the first one. Okay. And to move the last element to beginning, save the array as a new. We are going to save the created array to old array. That's the question, and we will have 11 minutes break time. Then we will try to solve this question. Thank you very much. And after 11 minutes, I hope to see you wherever you are. Oh, yes. I did not see your question. Sorry, Puskar. Actually, I haven't. I have developed a few applications, but I'm not sure which framework is the best one. If you come here again, you should check the frameworks according to your application. Okay. Counter. And we will continue after 11 minutes. Thank you very much. Okay, let's continue. We have an interview question here, and we will try to solve the question. Yes, previous lesson we have tried to solve a similar one, but first let me explain how do we do that. It will be very short, brief explaining because I have explained it before. But let's say we have two numbers, A and B, and I want to change their values. I will think them like a bucket of water, and this one will be salt. How can I change their places? It's very easy actually. I need another one, an empty one. It doesn't have anything. It is empty. So I will pour all the water to empty one. Then I will pour the salt to the first bucket. Then water will be poured to the salt. Let me explain again. I will use different color this time. First, I have an empty bucket. I will pour all the water to this empty bucket. It will have water. Then there will be nothing in the first one. It will be empty. Then the second step will be pouring all the salt. Oh, let's use a different color. Pouring all the salt to the water bucket, and there will be salt in it, and this will be empty. Last step will be the green. We had water in this one. I will pour all the water to second bucket, and at first there was water in the first bucket. Now it has salt, and the second bucket has the water. 1, 2, 3 steps. Mainly, we need another empty bucket to switch the buckets. Okay, let's continue. Yes. The system asks us to create a method that will shift the elements. We need to create a method, but before that, I need to create the main method. And the array will be like this. Integer array will have 4, 5, 6, and 7. I will create a method and it will shift the elements. Let's create a machine here. I will send the array to the machine, and it will shift the elements, and it will return another array. Now we can say it will return the same array, but it will shift the elements. After shifting, it will return it. This is the case. So let's create the method. Shift elements method. I will send the array. If I'm planning to send the array, I should enter here. And I'm planning to return an array. So I will reassign return array to same array. Array will be equal to this array. So I have created my method call, and I have assigned it to same array. Let's create it now. I will come here, and by clicking, I will create it. Everything is ready. Return type is integer array. I am planning to return the integer array. Okay, and it will accept an integer array. Yes, array is an integer array. It will accept it. The name will be array. So, at first we need an empty bucket. It's very easy. Let's create an empty bucket. Integer empty bucket will be the last element, right? We are store the last element in empty bucket. Then we will shift the elements. Then the first place will be empty, and I will put 7 to there. Empty bucket should be equal to 7. How can I do that dynamically? If I want to reach an array's last element, I can use the length of the array. -1 will give me the last element's index number. Okay. Array. Somehow I need to write the last element's index number here. And it will be array's length -1. Array length -1. Okay, now 7 is in the empty bucket. And I will create a loop, and I will shift the elements in this loop. For our loop. Here, it's a little hard to understand. How can we do that? We can start from the beginning, and we can go until the end, or we can start at the end. First, I want to change 6. I will shift to the seventh place. Okay, let's start from the end. I have already stored this one. Let's start with this one. How can I reach this one's index number? Length -1 gives me the last one. -2 will give me this one. And I'm planning to start from the this element. So starting point will be, instead of 0, it will be array length -2. And each time I will decrease the value by 1 to reach the previous elements. The limit will be as long as I is higher or equal to 0. Because at the last one, I will be equal. So I want to calculate everything according to 0, 2. I can use equal to symbol for that. It will start from here, and each time it will decrease by 1, and the last value will be this one, index 0. At last loop, I will be 0 here. Okay. I want to shift the place. And the first number is this element's index number. I will say this index element will be equal to this one. And I is at here. Array e plus 1 will be equal to array r. Array r plus 1 will be equal to array 1. You know, the index number is here. Let's start 0, 1, 2. The first index number will be 2 here. The length is 4. When I put -2, here starting point will be 2 for this one. Okay, here what's happening? Array I plus 1 will be 3. This one is the 3. This will be equal to array I, which is 2 here in the first loop. So it is like this. Array 3 will be equal to array I, which is 6. Array 2. And as you can see, 6 will come here. We are not changing this value here. It will be like this. 4, 5, 6, 6. We did not change it here. In the next loop, this part, I will be 1, because we are using a decrement at the end of the loop. I will be 1. Array I plus 1 will be array 2 will be equal to array 1. When we see this kind of assignment, first we need to calculate the right side. Array index 1 is 5, and this value will be assigned to here. 5. So this one will be like this. 4, 5, 5, 6. As you can see, 6 and 5 shifted their places. In the last one, I will be 0 because there is a equal symbol here. In the last loop, I will be 0. So here, 0 plus 1 will be array 1 will be equal to array I, which is 0. Array 0 is 4. 4 will be assigned to array 1. It will be 4, 4, 5, 6. All the elements except the first one has been shifted. But this one should be shifted too. I will be a bug hunter if everything goes this way. I am killing a lot of bugs here. I hope they are not trying to revenge or something. Oh, I saw one on the wall, but for now, it can rest there. So, okay, what about the last one? We had an empty bracket, and it had the 7 in it. I just need to assign it to. After the loop, array 0 will be equal to empty bucket, and it is 7 here. Let's clean everything. And then I should return the array return because I have changed everything. Okay. I have changed all the elements, shifted all the elements. Now I can print the values. So arrays got the string array. Okay, after the method, we printed it, but I want to print it before the array 2. Let's run it. It was a long code, so it will take time, of course. No, not really. Here we have 4, 5, 6, 7 as it is created. And here I have shifted the elements. The last one is at the beginning, and others has shifted their places to right. And I have created a method for that. Okay, let me check if we have any question. No, okay. Perfect. We don't have any question. Let me check Slack, Zoom channel, and YouTube channel. No, none. Okay, let's continue. I believe we have solved all of them. Let's create our own questions. Yesterday we have solved a question which was finding the longest and shortest names, but today we'll do the same thing with numbers, highest and lowest numbers. Okay, let's create it. C04 highest and lowest numbers. This time we will try to find highest and lowest numbers. Find lowest. Create a method. Let's create a method. Finds highest and finds the highest and the lowest numbers in the array. Finds and prints, that finds and prints. Prints is very important, you know. According to that, we will decide the return type of the method. If it is printing something, the return type should be void, nothing else. Okay. We need an array for that, of course, integer array. The name will be array, and we will create random numbers. 4, 7. Okay, I have created a random element, random array. So let's create a method to print highest and longest. I'm sorry, highest and lowest numbers. It's very easy. Let me drop the mission, the method. I will create a method. I will send the array inside of it. And here it will calculate and print me highest value and the lowest value. That's all. It won't return anything. It will just print it. If we are planning to print something, the return type should be void. Okay, that's the task. Let's create the method. Print lowest and highest numbers in array. That's the method name. The method name should be very clear. That explains what it is for. It can be long. Don't worry about the long names. If it is working, if it is understandable, it's a perfect name. We need to send the array. It will check the array, of course. Inside of the array, it will try to find lowest and highest values. Let's create the method. We have the method. I will change the access modifier. Public means we can reach it from everywhere. I have created my method. Okay. Let's start finding lowest and highest values. There is a very simple logic here. Of course, you can create a loop. You can set the lowest and highest values, and we can compare them. But when we are talking about the arrays, actually, if you remember, there is a natural order. We can sort it, right? If we can sort it, it means the lowest value will be the first element, and the highest one will be the last element. That's all we need to do, and we will print them. Let's do that. Hey, arrays, big brother, can you help me here? I want to sort an array. It does not follow the orders. Then let's print the biggest and lowest values. So the highest value will be the last element, array. And here I need to enter the last element's index value, length -1, right? Array length -1. It will print the highest value. Let's print the lowest one. So the lowest value plus index 0, right? Index 0 will be the lowest one. Array index 0. Let's run it. The lowest value will be 1 and highest one will be 9, of course. Highest 9, lowest 1. If I delete the 9, 8 will be the highest one. It is working. Let me print the array so we can see arrays to string array So I will print it. I will write it here as a comment so we can understand what's going on there. Okay, as you can see, everything is in order. If you take the first one, it will be the lowest one, and the last one will be the highest one, of course. That was very fast. We solved it like nothing. Let's continue. Okay. Until now, we have created a lot of methods. As you can see, for each one of them, usually I have created a method to solve everything. But access modifiers, some of them are still private. Access modifiers should be public. If you make them public, you can reach them from other, from other classes too. Let me check. Here, this is private. I'm making it public. This one is also private. I will make it public. Is it? Oh, we have created another method here. It will be public. Oh, it's public. It's private. Let's make it public. I have changed access modifiers of the methods. This is the method I have created, and I have changed access modifier to public. If I make it public, I can reach it from everywhere, and I can use it again and again. If it is private, I cannot. It can be only used in the same class. So let's create another class. This time, we will learn how to use methods. CO5, how to use a method. Created methods. We have created a lot of different methods until now. Now, let's try to use methods. Please increase, but of course we need an array, and we need a main method before everything else. And in the main method, we need an array. Integer array, it will be a lot of numbers. That much enough. It's not a lot, but higher than 2, so it's a lot. Please add 2 to each element of this array. The question is very simple. We will increase the values by 2. If you remember, we had created a method for this one. Let me see. Increase values of array by 2. It is in this class. And I want to use a method from this class. This is the class I am in right now. I have to use create methods, and the method is here. I do not need to create a logic for this one because I have already done it. So I'm trying to reach this class, then I will use a method. CO3. CO3, 3 questions in the 18. This is the one I'm looking for. Done. Increase values of array by 2. It will return me an array, as you can see. This is the return type. It means this method accepts an array. You need to send an array, and it will increase all the values by 2, and it will return that increased values as an array. This is very important. The return type is very important. It means this method will return an array. I need to save the result in an array. integer array. Okay. I have already an array. I will reassign it to array. And it expects from me to send an array. I will also send the same array. This array will be sent. The method will increase the values by 2. And the return thing, the increased array, will be reassigned to array. Let's print the array. So, hey, arrays, big brother, please, I want to print this array. Can do it for me. And it's coming, here it is. All the values are increased by 2. In this class, I have solved this question, so I did use the method from another class. It made things very easy, as you can see. Do we have any question? No? Okay. Let's try to solve another question. Please calculate sum of elements of this array. Do we have a pre-made method for this one? Increase values by amount, is desired element, create user array. Increase values by 2. Increase values by the amount. Oh, is desired element. Create user array. Find shortest and longest. Oh, we haven't created an array for this one. But I thought we have. But it seems like we haven't. Increase the values. Yes, no. Desired element. No. Create user array. Oh, we did not create that question. Oh, I have forgotten to solve it. So then let's solve it. Then we will use the method here. I will call another method and I will create the method in this class. Calculate sum of elements. This one will accept the arrays, accept the array. Then it will return the sum of the elements. It will be an integer. Integer sum will be equal to this value. Let's create this element. Let's create this method. Okay, the return type is an integer, as you can see, because sum of elements will be an integer. I will create for while loop, and the integer sum of elements will be 0 at first, and each element will be added to this sum. For loop, I will start from 0 because the lowest index value is 0. The length will be decided by the array we are sending, and each time we will add sum of element will be equal to sum of elements plus array index I. All the elements will be added to this sum. After the loop, we will return the sum of elements. Return sum of elements. Whenever this method is called, the sum of elements will be returned. Here, this one will be deleted. You can think it like that. This one will be deleted, and the sum of elements, there will be a number here. And we are assigning it to this sum integer. I will make it public so we can use it from everywhere. Let's print this out. Solve sum. If I am right, 10, 22, 28, it should be. Oh, 38, sorry, okay, of course. Yes. Okay, we have created the method. It took only a few seconds, and I wrote the answer. I have assigned it to another integer, and I have printed it. Let's solve another one. Does this array have number 10? That's the question. And I believe we have created another array method for this one. Increase values, no, not this one. Increase the values of, no. Is there desired element? Okay, this is the one. This is the method we have created in CO5 in day 18's package. I will call it from this class. CO5 from the day 18, this is the one. This is the address of the method. Dot is there a desired element in the array? And I will write, as you can see, there is an example here. First, I need to write the array. But if you cannot see it, you can use it like this. First, we need to send the array and then the desired number. It will return void. It means it will print something on the console, nothing else. So it expects me to enter an array here. I will send the array. Then after the comma, desired number, 10, it will be. Now let's run it. At the end, we should be able to see yes or no. There are 1 times, it says. But it seems like it doesn't have 10. So there's a problem in the array code. Let's go there. Oh, sorry, of course. I'm really sorry because of increasing the values here, the 8 became 10. And because of that, this time it gave me this value. We increased. I cannot catch it. We increased values by 2. So new array is like that. Here it is, and it is a tag. Because of that, it says there as well. The method is working. For a second, I thought it is not working, but it seems like we couldn't be able to notice that. I have already increased the values by 2. Again, I couldn't be able to catch it. It will bite me, that's for sure. Okay, the next one is coming. Let's use another method. Create an array by taking values from user. We have created another one for this one. Let's find it. It should be somewhere here. No, this is not the one. Create a method that takes the size of elements and array from the users and creates the arrays, returns it to us. This is the CO6 method. I will call it from here, CO6 dot, CO6. This is the one from the 18, and yes, this is the address. Dot create user array. User will create array. We do not need to send anything. It will create everything itself, but it will return an array. Integer array, it's very important. So it will return an array, okay. This is array is integer array. Let's assign it to array. Then I will print it. So array speak brother, please. I cannot print this array. And it would gladly help me. Now the system will execute the method from the previous lesson. It is asking me to enter a size of the array. I will say 5. A number, okay. I will use 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's ready here. We have the array. It is working, as you can see. We do not need to assign it to this array. I can create a new array for it. Integer, new array, and I can print it. New array. It will work each way. As long as you use the same name, the result will be the same. User entered numbers. User entered numbers. Numbers are entered by user. So it seems like everything is fine and working here. I hope you could be able to understand how to use previously created methods. Actually, main purpose of creating methods is this: to use them again and again when we need them. If you can understand that part, if you can create reusable methods, you got to think you are doing it right. Okay, let's go back to the slide and check the binary search. Of course, you will ask me what binary search is. Don't worry, we will understand it in a few seconds. Yes, how to check the existence of a desired element in an array. How we have learned it, we could be able to check it, but arrays class has a method for it, binary search. It is a little different. It works in different logic, but and it's a little hard to understand, but it's very fast. Because of being fast, you can use it. Okay, let me show you. It will be easier for me to show it. I will create binary search here. CO6 binary search. Let me create an array here after creating the main method. Integer array or real array. I will enter the numbers 1 8 9 3 7 2 5 8 1. I have created an array, and it says binary search can be used to check the existence of desired element. Okay, I couldn't be able to catch it, but I will. So if I ask something like that, so I will call it from the arrays class binary search. I will send the array, comma, I am looking for 8 here. What will be the result? Let's see. And let's try to understand what's going on here. I'm looking for 8 in this array. This is the array I sent, and this is the key I am looking for. It says 7, very interesting. 7. Let me write index numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8. Okay, it seems like it's working. Let's try to something else. So arrays, binary search. I will search it in array, and the number is 5. Do we have 5 here? No. The result will be -2. Interesting. What does it mean? What does -2 mean? We do not know right now. Let's try something else. Solve arrays dot binary search. This time I will search for 1 in the array. The 1 is coming. It is 0. Interesting. Yes, index array is 0. Okay. What about 9? Sort arrays, binary search array 9. Oh, -10. It's very hard to understand. Sometimes it gave us white answers, but we do not understand what minus numbers mean. Let me explain what's happening there. Okay. It did not explain it here. So let me explain it here. These are the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the middle one. Binary search always checks comes from the middle. Let me use different color. This one is the index 4 is the middle one. It will directly come to the middle one. It will check the number. It says 8, and here it is 7. The 8 is higher than 7, so it will go right, and it will directly go to second middle number, and it is 5, I think. We are looking for 8. 8 is higher than 5. It will go here. And again, it will check them, and it will find it. Always, it goes to the middle one if it checks if it is at the right or left. But when you do it like this, it won't work because it is always checking if it is higher or lower than 7. 8 is there too, but it couldn't be able to find it because it checked to the right side. If I made it 9, it would find this 8. Let's see, first one will be, instead of 7, it will be 1. And if I change this value, it won't be able to find it. Even though there's an 8 here, it will give us a minus number, as you can see. Now let's change it to back. Minus means the array does not have it. If array does not have it, the result will be minus. That's for sure. If it has, it should give us a positive number. But when you use the binary search, you should not forget that. Always, you should sort it before using it. Otherwise, it won't work. When we are planning to use binary search, we have to, come on, please die. We have to sort the array before using it. After sorting, everything will be easier. Arrays, big brother. This does not follow the orders. Please sort it. Otherwise, the results will be untrustworthy. Otherwise, the results will be meaningless or might be. Okay, but after sorting, everything will be okay. Let's print the sorted array. Sort arrays, big brother. I want to sort it to string array. Okay, this is the array we have now. Let me delete everything. Let's use similar things right now and see what's happening. Sort arrays, binary search. I will search in array and then the value will be 8. We have 2 8s. And the result is 6 now. Let's see what's happening. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The middle element is 5. Direct binary search will come here. And see 8 is higher than 5. When I sorted it, it should be at the right side of this part. Then it will come here. This is the second step. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When it comes here, it will directly print the 6. It does not check how many times it has it. How many 8s. It does not check how many 8s there are in the array. It is the only answer. The only answer is it has it. We do not know how many 8 numbers are there in the array. The only answer is yes. If it is positive, it has it. And index 6, no matter what, is 8 after sorting, of course. Let's try to another one. Sort arrays, binary search. This is the area I'm looking for, the area I want to search, and I will enter 5. It is exactly at the first point, so it will print 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. As you can see, it can find it. Sort arrays, binary search array, and this time I will look for 1. The answer will be index 1. You'll ask me why. Of course, we do not know. Okay. Again, I could not catch it. The answer is 1. I know that the first index 0 is also 1, but it formed this one. It doesn't matter. There is 1 in the array, but we do not know if there is another 1. But there is 1. There's 1 in the array. Let's see now. What about the 9? Sort arrays, binary search array 8 or 9. This is the this will be the index. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 8 will be there. Length minus 1 will be the last number's index. Okay. It is working, right? What happens if we search for an element which is not there? If we search for an element which is not there, answer will be a negative number. But there will be a number there. Let me show you, then I will write the explaining. I will search for -3. Sort arrays to string array -3. Oh, binary search, sorry. Let's see what we will see in the console. It says -1. Interesting. Let's check another one. -1 means it doesn't have it. So arrays, binary search. I will search in array. Okay, bug is coming. Let me catch it. Again, I couldn't be able to catch it. No. What will I will look for 4 this time. And you know, we don't have 4 in the array. Okay, it gave me -5. Interesting. Let me explain. We are sure that we don't have 4 here. But if it was, what would be the be the index number? It would be here, right? We are talking about the 4. If it was in the array, it would be here. Between 3 and 5, because we have sorted the array. Let's check the index numbers. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Imaginary 4 will be there, but it's not there. I'd say no, it's not there. But it gives us the index number. If it was there, it will be there. I'm sorry, it does not start from 0, because it cannot explain a 0. It starts from 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth element will be the 4. It does not use index number, and when it returns 0, it complicates things, because when we ask for the 1, the index value will be 0. This is the answer of element which is there. So it starts from -1. Okay, we will try a few more numbers, but let's finish it. Then we will have the break time. But let me check if we have any question. Seems like we do not have. Okay, we do not have. Let's continue. I will try to find a few elements. You know, these numbers are imaginary numbers. If it was there, it will be the 5th number. If there was -3 there, it would be the 1st number, because it would be before the 1. We are talking about the minus number here. It will be before the 1. It will be the 1st element. Okay, what about 10? So there is a binary search. I will search in array 10. We do not have the 10. And this means it will be after the 9. It will, if there was 10 in the array, it will be after the 9. The next number will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, -10, of course. If there was a 10, the number will be 10. The order of number will be 10. What about 100? I will copy it, and this time I will add another 0 here. If I checked for 100, again, if there was 100 here, it will be after the 9, just like 10. The result will be the same, -10. Here it is, -10, -10. Okay, let's have 15 minutes break time. Then we will continue to the next topic. Thank you very much. See you after 15 minutes. Thank you very much. Okay, guys, we are back and let's continue. What do we have here? We have completed binary search, and the next one will be in the slide. Okay, we have done the binary search. You can check them. The thing here, binary search will answer you if the product is there. And the best binary search best angle is its speed. It's very fast. Yes, we have did find by checking all the things by using a for I loop, and we did find if it is there. But binary search will speed up things, and it will be able to find if it is there or not. Let's think you have thousands, perhaps billions of products like Amazon.com, and speed means a lot of things for you. And you want to check if you have that product in your list. When you use binary search, it will give you the answer very fast. It is important at that kind of situations. If you want to check if you have the product very fast, you can use binary search. Otherwise, I can say it's not very useful. And in your life, you are not going to use it, I believe, but you should know there's this kind of option and you can use it whenever you want. Don't forget to sort the array before using binary search. That's the key point here. Okay, yes. If you do not use sort, it will work, but results are mysterious. You cannot understand why the result is that. But of course, there's a logic behind that. I tried to show you a little, but still don't use it without sort. The results are not trustworthy. After sort, everything is possible, as you can see here. If it cannot find it, the answer will be minus. If it can find it, it will give you the index number of it. And if the minus number is there, it will give you the answer of what would be the order of that number if it was there, but it is not. Yes, let's pass it. Yes, if you are trying to compare two arrays to see if they are exactly same, how can I check that? It's not a very hard question. Let me explain it. The short answer, they should be exactly same. Otherwise, the answer will be false. If there's a difference, the answer will be false. You can ask help from arrays class equals. It will help you there, but we can understand it with our human eyes too. When we check them, as you can see, the 2266167. There's different elements. The order is not same, so they won't be same. The answer will be false. What about this one? 33227788. Oh, last elements are different, so the result will be false. Even though we sorted them, they have different elements, so answer will be false. As you can see, they are not same elements. 442266. 8, 8, 11, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, the order is not right. The order is not same. If you try to compare them like this, the result will be false. But if you sort them before comparing, as you can see, elements are same. They have same elements, and the number of elements is also same. The result will be true. But because of sorting, both elements result become true. If you check it without sorting, the result will be false again, because order is different. Order was different before sorting both of them. Okay. This is an important topic. We are going to use it to test things. So I think it's an important topic because it is useful, and we have used it a lot of times when we are testing Amazon. Of course, not with you, with other students, or in the company we used this method. We are going to convert a string data to array. How will we do that? But the more important question is why we are going to do that. Why are we going to do that? So we have a text string value, and we can use split method. This is the key. After the name of the method, you should use split. And where will you cut it? It says comma. When system sees a comma, it will delete the comma, and it will create two array elements. The first element will be this part, and the second one will be this part. We are splitting the array from the regex, but it will delete itself. There was comma here. I am splitting the string to two elements. And it will be like this. If you use space, it is very same. We are deleting the spaces when we see a space. There will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 elements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You wonder why there are two commas here. As you can see, when I split everything from the space, this is an element. 80 comma. 80 comma is an element. And if you can see, this after the element is 80. After each element, actually, when we print the array, it is putting a comma there. This is the element. This is the other element. So this comma belongs to the element, and after that, this comma space is separator, and it is created by a toString method. It means nothing. It's not an element of the array. If you use nothing to split it, all the characters will be split from each other, because we know that between T and O, there is nothing, and it will split it from there. And between everything, it will be split. Okay, I think I could be able to explain it. Let's solve a question to understand it better. I will create another class here. The name will be CO7 split method. For this one, we need a string str. Java is the most beautiful programming language. Okay, this is the string. If I wanted to split it from E letters, as you can see, we have E here, and we have another one here. I cannot say another E here. Let's try to split it. When I split it from E, it will give me an array. So I should create a string array. Each element will be a string, of course. E array will be str dot split, and I need to enter the regex into inside of it. I want to split it from E. Let's print this array. So arrays to string E array, and let's see what is happening there. This is the result, an interesting result. As you can see, all the E keys has been deleted. There was an E here, it has been deleted, and the text is split from there. Oh, we had another one, most beautiful, deleted and added. And here, this one also is deleted. So as you can see, it is working. If I use space, well, let's see what happens. String space array str dot split from space. When you do it, oh, what's the problem here? Oh, of course, this is an array. As you can see, it will split it by using the spaces, and the elements of this array will be the words. Let's print it. So arrays to string space array. If you want to see, if you want to calculate how many letters has a sentence, you can use this one. If you split it from the spaces, it will give you the number of words. Number of words in a string variable. Because we have split it from the spaces, all elements will be one number. Let's see. So number of words in str will be the length of this space array. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I think. Okay, that's working. So, okay, can I find how many the letters this one has? Oh, let's use A. How many A letter are there in this str? How can we find it? Yes, there is two ways to find it. The first one, I can split it by using the A letter. It will split it, and I can use it to find the number of letters. And length will show me the number of elements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think. Let's see. String A array will be str split by using A. So number of A in the array will be A array dot length. Okay, this one can be lowercase. Oh, we should use -1, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, we should use -1 because there will be +1 elements in it. It should be between brackets. Otherwise, string is strong. It will try to turn these numbers to string before calculating the result. Why I have done that? Let's see. South arrays to string a array. I will show you. Normally, there should be 6 elements, but when I divide it from here, another one here, the last one will be divided here, and there will be another word here. The rest, I'm sorry, the rest will create +1 word. So if I need to use -1 here. But okay, that's an easy way. We have another way to solve it. Second way. This is easier to remember. I will split it from the nothing. And if you can remember, when I split it from nothing, I will have all the characters in an array, one by one. Let's do that. String array letters array. I will be str.split from nothing. Then let's print it to see. So letters, we cannot directly write it. Arrays dot toString dot letters array. Okay, as you can see, we have all the letters. All of them separated like this with a comma. Each one is an element of the array. I will create a for loop for this one, and I will check each one. If it equals to a, I will increase a value of counter. For loop, I will start from 0 because I will start checking the first element, and I will continue until I is smaller than length. Letters arrays dot length, and each time I am planning to increase the value by 1. Okay, everything is good. If a letters array index I, this does seem like I, equals to a. If it is, I will increase the value, but I do not have any value. We should create the values before the loops. We should not create any value in the loops. Integer counter, it will start from 0. And if it equals to a, I will increase the counter by 1. And here it will increase by 1, another increment, another 1, and each time it will be increased by 1. At the end, let's print the value of counter. So number of the letter will be the counter. Okay, it says 0. Interesting. So let's check. Okay. Oh, of course. I'm really sorry. When we are comparing strings, instead of equal symbols, we should use equals. How I did this mistake, I do not know. This time we will see. If you use equal symbols to compare string values, usually it will fail. And this time, everything is all right. Okay, I hope we could be able to understand what's going on here. Let's go back to the slide. Oh, we have the questions. Okay, before the questions, I want to solve a few questions to be ready for those questions. I told you a lot of times that we cannot add new elements to array. Adding a new element to array. Yes, I told you we cannot change the length, but everything is possible with coding. Let me tell you what I have told you before. We cannot change the length of an array, but we can reassign a new array to old array. Actually, what I'm trying to say here, when you try to add an element to an array, you will create an exact copy of it with plus one element, and that new element will be added to that array, the new array. And I will reassign the new array to old array. Actually, I am not changing the old array. I am throwing it to the garbage, and I am reassigning to new array. Just like my car, I cannot change my old car's seat number. If it is 2, it will stay that way forever. I need to buy a new car to change the seat numbers. If I want to carry 4 people at the same time, I need to buy a new car. That's all. That's the key here. Oh, let me show you. I will create an array here. After creating the main method, it will be a string array. Oh, I will make it an array. It is equal to, I will write them values, Ali, Bill. And let's create another one. String, another array. Array 2 it will be, and it will have A, B, C, D. Come on between them. Okay, we have two arrays as you can see. Normally, I told you that we cannot change the arrays values and the length. But let me show you. From now on, array equals to array 2. If I print array, please help me erase class. Holy arrays class to string array. As you can see, I have changed the array. Now it will be A, B, C, D, G, F, G. Wait, here it is. I did not change the array itself. I have reassigned it to a new array to old one. I bought a new car. That's all. Okay. We can also assign new arrays. We can also assign new array to old one. Array equals to new string 6. You know, it had 4 characters. When I print it, it will be different now. It will have a lot of nulls because, you know, this when you create it this way, it will create a new array which will have 6 empty boxes. All of them will be default value of the data type. It is string here. Default value of string is null. It will take them. So we cannot write it like this. Array equals to new numbers. It does not accept it. You can only assign values when we create it. You can only assign values like this when we are creating it. After that, we cannot. Okay, let's, now we understand what's happening there. Let's add the new element to array. CO9, adding new element to array. Now we will have an array and we will try to add a number, another number to it. Main. The array will be a simpler one, integer array. It will have 2 numbers, 3 numbers, 2, 6, 7. I'm saying 7, but writing 8 doesn't matter. Now I want to add 10 to it. Let's add 10 number to this array, but we know that we cannot add it. So what's the plan? We need to create a copy of this old array with a length with length plus 1. The length is 3 here. I will use length plus 1. I will create another array. The length will be higher than this one. We will copy old arrays elements to new array, and new element will be assigned to last empty box. Empty box of new array. Okay, let me draw it for you. This one has 3 boxes here. I will create another array with 4 boxes like this. Old elements 2, 6, and 8 will be assigned to here. 2, 6, and 8. And there will be another one, which is empty for now. New element will be assigned to here. That's the plan. Let's perform the plan. Let's apply the plan. Let's process the plan. We need to create a copy of this old array with the length of -1. Actually, we need to create a new copy. New copy array. We can dynamically create it like this. Integer array, copy, well, let's say new array. I will create it with empty boxes. And dynamically, I will use this first array's length. New integer. Here I should write the length, but I will use this array's length and +1. Okay, we have created a new array with 4 empty boxes. I'm talking about for this one. Now I need to create a for I loop. I will just copy the elements from this old array. For I loop, And this time the last value will be, it doesn't matter which one I use. Let's use old elements length, array length, because I will try to copy the elements from the old one. New arrays I value will be taken from old arrays I value. That's all I need to do. It will directly copy all the elements to new array. The last number should be taken from the here. After the loop, how can I reach this new array's last index number? Yes, new array's index -1. New arrays, new array dot length. Oh, what's happening? Oh, here, of course, I need to write it inside of it. New arrays length -1. It will be the last box index number. Then we have it. I have copied all the elements and I have dynamically assigned this last element to. Let's print the new array. So arrays dot to string new array. That's all for today. After seeing the, here it is. Actually, we did not change the length of this array. I have created a total new array, and I have assigned the values to a new one, and I have created the new array. So tomorrow we will create a method for this one, but for today that's all I want to teach you. Oh, I'm sorry. We won't meet tomorrow. The next lesson will be on Wednesday. Thank you very much and good night.